Hey guys, welcome back to XanTech. A few of you might have noticed that I didn't do a video this weekend just gone. I have a good excuse, so YouTube algorithm, please don't penalize me. My mother came over to visit from London, haven't seen her in a few years, and as some of you may know, I'm now living in Austria. So I took the weekend to do a little bit of sightseeing, see the mountains, take her around, but now we're back to business as usual. And in today's video, it's going to be a short and sweet one. This will be showing you how to declutter your Windows operating system, getting rid of temporary files, programs that you may not need, and generally speeding your boot times up ever so slightly. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, well today we will be starting with creating a restore point. Some of you might be comfortable with tinkering with the computer, making changes. Some of you might not. For those of you that aren't, that's what we have the system restore for. So to do that, we are going to click on the start button. In the search box, type in restore. Then you hit enter. You get this little pop-up box under here, create a restore point now. Click on create. Then you get a second pop-up box where you can name your restore point. You can call it restore, or you can call it backup. You can give it today's date, or whatever takes your fancy. Once you have done that, click on create, and your computer will have a create point which you can go back to if you mess anything up. I won't be going ahead with this since I never make a restore point. I like to have as much free space available to me at all times, and I'm pretty comfortable with the computer. I'm hopefully sure I won't mess anything up. The next one is a simpler one, just to close up any background programs that you may have running. Now get onto your start bar. Down here by the clock, you have this little upwards facing arrow. Click that, and these are all the programs that you have running currently in the background. Now this may be like your NVIDIA control panel or your AMD software Adrenaline or anything else, any antivirus or firewalls. If you want to free up some system resources and get rid of the ones that you think you may not need, you can simply right click and click on quit app. Some of them will have just exit, and you can close those to free up any system resources that you may need. Next, we will be cleaning up your temporary files. To do this, we will click our taskbar. In the search box, you will type percent, then the word temp, T-E-M-P, then again percent, which is shift 5. Hit enter, and you will be greeted with your temporary files folder. You can select all of these by left-clicking one, then pressing Control plus A to select everything. You can either right-click and click this little rubbish bin icon to delete them, or you press delete on your keyboard. Do that. Some of them won't be deleted, like these ones here. You can select do this for all current items. Try again. If that doesn't work, click Control. Do this for all current items and press skip. Some of them, it's okay if they stay. You don't need to worry about that. And then once that's done, click on close. Next, we will be doing a disk cleanup. For this, to clean up the system files, you just press your start button. In the search box, type in disk cleanup. Hit enter, and you will be greeted with this box. First of all, we need to clean up the system files. So you click that. C will analyze and calculate what you have. Then you get this pop-up box. Now some of these might be checked, some of these might be unchecked. It's totally safe to select all of these. You have a small description of what you're going to be getting rid of, and here you will see the amount of space that they are taking up. You can check those, then click OK. It will ask you, are you sure? No need to worry about this. Windows likes to make sure that you are sure. Click delete files. Then the next pop-up will have the disk cleanup process. You will see the little progress bar fill up. That may take a few seconds, may take a few minutes, depends how many files you are deleting. Once that is done, it'll finish. Then again, we can click on the search box, type in disk cleanup. Then over here, you can check, you can see the 0 bytes, 0 bytes, 0 bytes. and you have cleaned up all of your unnecessary junk. Click OK, and we go on to the next step. Sorry, click cancel to close this, and we move on to the next step. Before we go on to the next step, over here in the disk cleanup menu, you may have previous versions of Windows. Like if you've gone from Windows 10 to Windows 11, you might have saved somewhere previous versions of Windows. If you like Windows 11 and you're sure you're not going to go back to Windows 10, you can clean up delete the previous versions of Windows. If you do need it, then I wouldn't recommend checking that box. But if you're happy with Windows 11 and you're sure you won't roll back, then that is also quite fine to get rid of and continue on to the next step. The next step will be a performance speed up, just to get a little bit more extra performance from your computer. Depending if you got a low end, you might need a little bit more. So here's what you do in that case. You click on Start, go to your search box, and you type in Advanced System Settings. Hit on Enter. Once that pops up here under the Advanced tab, under Performance, you can click on Settings. Now here you'll be greeted with another pop-up box where you have your visual effects, your advanced and stuff, but we are interested in the visual effects here. I have mine set to Windows. Let Windows choose what's best for my computer. You can either choose adjust for best performance or adjust for best appearance. Now here, each of these you can read the descriptions, and to free up any system resources, you might want to disable peak or animations or whatever, and then click OK once you've selected apply, then OK once you've selected to clean up any of these. If you get rid of all of them, or if you select performance, then everything will be set to take up the least amount of system resources and be super quick for you. Like I said, I like mine chosen by Windows because why not? Once you're done, click apply, then OK. Next is a quick one. You want to open up your Windows Explorer or File Explorer. That's this little yellow folder icon. Click on that. On the left side, you have your little directories. Now you want to access your downloads folder, documents, pictures, music, and videos. Open up each of those, select the files that you do not need, then Control-A to select them and delete them. And that will clear up even more space on your hard drive. Once you're done there, you can click Close. And last but not least, we will be going to the programs that you have installed on your computer. We would do that by clicking the Start button once again, typing Remove, then hit Enter. Then you will be greeted with a list of all the current apps and programs, games, any software, everything that's installed on your computer. You can go through the list. Some of you might have a few, some of you might have many. And of course, as you can see here, they will take up varying amounts of space, 500, 10, 300 megabytes. Some will take a few gigabytes, some will take a few megabytes. And you can go through the list at your own pace. Once you found the ones that you do not need or you're not using them as often as you think, you can click the three dots and click on uninstall to remove anything that it might be taking up system resources with no need. If you're not using them, you might as well get rid of them. If you have games that you don't play too often, you might get rid of them as well, because they these days take up 100 gigabytes or more. If you have a decent internet connection, you can just re-download them. Once you've done all of that, click Close. Your system should be clean and free of any clutter, and that is it. Well, there you go, guys. That's the end of another short and sweet video from me. Hopefully it was easy enough to follow and get your computer decluttered and booting up that little bit faster. I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.